Hey guys, this is Cruz, and this is one of the most important videos that you'll ever watch. This is the fast track to freedom and money. This is the journey. This is the blueprint that I've been waiting to share with you guys. And I want you to let this land and really watch this a couple of times to let it sink in. And I'm going to share with you my blueprint and the journey to how you can get rich and stay rich and essentially get yourself on the pathway of freedom as quickly as possible, and how I've been able to do that for myself. So I'm going to share with you basically a model that I've created, the journey to freedom and success. And if you look down the bottom of the pyramid, this is where it all starts. This is where 96% of the economy finds themselves, in the rat race. And what I mean by rat race, this is level one. You can see there's some different levels there. Level one of it is the rat race, where you're trading time for money. You're in a job where basically you could be in a corporate job, you could be in a blue collar job, where you're basically doing a trade. You're like a builder, carpenter, plumber, or just a normal sort of laboring job that you find yourself in, just a typical everyday job. This is where you're essentially doing the 9 to 5. You're trading time for money, right? So no matter what you do, you've got a ceiling on your income. You've got a cap on the amount of money that you can actually make. This is where you find yourself in the rat race, where a lot of people are depressed, suicidal, and unhappy because they're trading time for money. They're just living for the weekend because they want to go out and party. They want to get on alcohol because they want to get away from their life, because they're not fulfilled and they're not in the thing that sets their soul on fire. And I'm so passionate about this because so many people are unhappy. So many people are depressed every single day, getting out of bed, wishing that they could have a better life, and they're stuck in a job that's not leading them to anywhere. They've worked their way up the corporate ladder structure and they can't grow anymore. They're getting promised to themselves and a carrot dangled in their face that someday they're going to get a promotion, and they never do. So I'm here to share with you what most people in this world need to know, and the journey to getting yourself freedom and money fast. And the first step that you can take is to become a 6-figure closer. This is the fastest way to freedom. Listening closely, becoming a 6-figure closer is the fastest way to freedom. And this is where we shift from level 1 to level 2. And what I mean by becoming a 6-figure closer is you close basically deals and sales to business owners for high commissions. You're able to make over $100,000 in income. You've got the flexibility to do this from home, which gives you the space and time to focus on your gifts, to be congruent to your highest values as a human being, so that you have the space, if you're into music or in a band, to actually focus on that. If you love DJing, if you're an artist, you can focus on that gift. You've got the space to invest that money into yourself, to travel, to have the freedom to actually work on your health and fitness, to be present for your kids and your relationship. This is the first step, level 2, where we develop you a high income skill in high ticket closing by becoming a 6-figure closer, where you can make over $100,000 a year in minimal time, less than 25 hours a week, where you're being rewarded for that. That is level number 2, where you get that high income skill that gives you the space to focus on your gifts and the things that you love, which allows you to be happy, allows you to be free. It allows you to travel the world and experience different cultures and expand and stretch your mind and open up and expand your consciousness, so that you're actually aware what it is in your heart is your calling in life. Then we shift to level 3, and this is the exact pathway that I took. I went from a $50,000 a year salary from the rat race. Then I stepped up to level 2, and I closed over $100,000 a year as a 6-figure closer. And then I stepped up to level number 3. I became a 7-figure closer. So I closed over $1 million in sales. With all of that money, I was able to travel. I had freedom. I went to 5 countries in a year: Bali, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, America. I was able to travel, have fun, live the life of my dreams, a lifestyle, do the things that I always wanted to do, live in luxury villas. And as a result of that, invest over $100,000 in myself, grow myself, learn the skill sets, figure out what it is that I wanted to do with my life, and have fun and enjoy life. So this is level 3, where we step it up another notch. You've still got freedom. You're still leveraging your time. You're still focusing on the things that you want to do, but you shift it up a notch, where you're closing over $1 million a year in sales, which means you're making multiple 6 figures. You're probably making $200,000 a year to $500,000 a year in income, which is more than a lot of CEOs. that are running 7-figure companies. So you're making really good money, no risk, no overheads. You've got time to travel. And at the levels 2 and 3, you may stay at these levels. You might just want to be a 6 and 7-figure closer for the rest of your life and travel comfortably. Because I think about that some days. Why don't I just be a 7-figure closer? I was happy enough. I was traveling the world. I had freedom. I was living in nice places. I could put that money into investments and anything like that. So you may stay at the 6 and 7-figure level at level 2 and 3. It just depends what makes you happy and what aligns. So I'm really passionate about this because this is the journey that I took. I'm very ambitious, and I am definitely someone that wants to do great things in the world and already is. And I have a very entrepreneurial mind, and I think really big, and I've achieved more success than most people will in their life. And I'm 25 years old. And the reason for that is because I've got such high goals and big goals for my life. So naturally, when I transitioned being a striver from being a 7-figure closer, I train people to go from level 3, which is being a 7-figure closer, into a scalable business. When you've got the money like me, when I was closing heaps of deals, you're really strong at sales. You've built that certainty. You've built that character in yourself and those communication skills to hold yourself and be consistent within yourself. This is when you're ready to actually be in a business. So we shift up to level 4. Level 4 is actually having a scalable business. So what I mean by this is the business that's scalable, that can scale beyond 7 figures, that actually is a system that runs without you, means that you leverage your time. You've got money that's coming in on autopilot, and a business that runs without you. I don't believe that being a business owner is when you're sucked in the business, you're doing sales, you're wearing all the different hats. A scalable business is where you created a business that runs without you, that's behind you, that's basically an asset. So the idea is, with the money that you make, if you're as ambitious as me, you put that money back into your coaching company, your coaching business, into your dream business, into your dream career, into whatever that is for you, and you scale and grow that business, riding on your strength and ability at sales, where by learning to be a 6 and 7-figure closer, you know that when you get into business, you can personally do the sales whenever you want. You can have a sales team that does it for you. Or if anything was ever to happen, like with me, your business goes bankrupt, or you lose your sales team, you can jump back on the phone, because your insurance policy is the fact that you've already been a 7-figure closer. You're strong, you're confident in yourself, you've built that certainty, you've built that consistency. And this is what I've done myself. So naturally, when I started my coaching company, it just went boom, and it took off straight away, because I had such a strong skill set, because I invested in my mindset. I invested in my coaching ability for years. I invested in my skill sets and sharpened my saw around sales, selling over 10 different programs and products and doing millions of dollars in sales. So naturally, by the time I got into my company, all I needed was leads, which is easy enough. You can pay for someone to do that, outsource it, or do it yourself, because you're so strong at sales. And you can scale. You can scale your business very quickly and make a lot of money from a strong foundation and base. And you have done the work on yourself where you can hold and manage that level of success, because you've got that character within yourself, because you've had time in the game, right? So that's level number 4, if you decide to shift up to that like I did. So I'm at the levels number 4 and 5 now, where I have a scalable business and I've got investments. So the key is that once you've got a scalable business, and with the excess money, you can actually start to invest that into shares, into property, into trading, into stocks, into cryptocurrency, into things, high return investments that are actually going to grow your wealth. Because the wealthy people, they don't hold on to the money. They don't just keep the millions of dollars in the bank accounts. They put it in high return and high interest savings accounts. They put their money into property and store it in there, into things that are actually going to make their money run and make them more money. This is what the wealthy do. So I'm going to send people a poster of this and an image of this, but I want you to actually draw this down and understand, what level are you currently at in the journey on this pyramid. Are you at level 1? Are you at level 2, where you've got a high income skill over 6 figures a year? Are you at level 3, where you've done over 7 figures? Level 4, where you've got a scalable business? Or level 5, where you're putting that money into investments? And this will allow you to understand how to shift through each stage of the journey. Now, the only thing is that I want you to commit to this, because I see a lot of people skip steps and try and get ahead of where they're at, get into a coaching company, network marketing business, try to do it on their own from a little bit of maybe ignorance or arrogance or not knowing this and being aware. And they don't have the money to invest in marketing. They don't have the character and confidence to hold the success. They don't have the sales ability to actually make it happen and have lower cost for acquisition. So they burn the leads. They try to do it on their own. Sales is the fundamental skill of any business if you want to make money. And you need to understand that your ability to be really successful is your ability to sell a vision, to sell ideas, to communicate to people and be very persuasive. I've achieved unconscious mastery at sales because I've been doing it for so long, day in, day out. And it not only impacts my money and wealth, it's helped me with everything from relationships to getting my dream career and job in the beginning before I was in business. It's helped me sell and communicate ideas. It's helped me go for what I want in life. It's helped me in so many different situations. So the idea is that we need to shift you from the rat race. First of all, get you to being a six-figure closer over the next 12 months where you are making over 100K income. Or if you're already making over 100K, then we need to shift you up to a seven-figure closer. Fine tune and sharpen your saw around sales and this skill set. And it's going to be crazy where you can be in 5 years with consistency. And what I say to all of my clients is that it takes 5 years of consistency in the right vehicle, doing the work with focus and stick-activity. For you, I would be surprised if you weren't a millionaire, or at least very close to being a millionaire with a seven-figure closer, or even with a seven-figure company with these skill sets being so strong at sales naturally. And every week, month, quarter, year, you're going to improve, you're going to get better, you're going to evolve more, and you're going to have the money to really invest in the mentors and masterminds and coaches that are required. And this is crucial because this is the journey that I've taken. I've been able to leapfrog a lot of people in the space who have been doing this for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, people that started at the exact same time as me. They try and skip steps. Shiny object syndrome. They're trying to do everything at once. They're trying to do all the flashy, shiny things. They don't stay true to the path. So if you can commit to this pyramid and all 5 of these levels, you will achieve mastery and you will get rich, you will stay rich, and ultimately you'll achieve freedom like I have at 25 years old. And you'll be able to do that literally easily within, I would say, 1 to 3 years. You'll find yourself making really, really good money and having freedom and living an amazing lifestyle like me where you can travel the world. So I hope this landed, guys. And I just want you to identify where are you at in this journey and just accept and fall in love with the now and where you're at and get really excited around the next level and the process and the journey that you're on. Bye for now, guys. I trust this was valuable.